Hi, this is the PrairieLearn question part 2. I'm going to be going through PrairieLearn documentation, kind of talking more about each question that you can make in PrairieLearn, and kind of how you would go about looking for answers to your questions using this documentation. And then I will also do a sample question. So right here you can see at the top, I went to PrairieLearn.readthedocs.io. This is where all of the documentation that I've found for making PrairieLearn questions and any other PrairieLearn help that I've needed. So let's get into it. Let's get right into what type of questions we can make. So right here you have a multiple choice question where you can only select, that's for one answer out of a list of answers. Here you have a checkbox where you can do multiple answers in a list of answers. You can do a drop-down, kind of pre-selected answers. You can do order blocks. So if you want to order them within a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, or so on. Here's a number input for if you only want numerical values. An integer input for if you only want integer values, symbolic input, so that way if you want values such as x squared or sine or whatever, and then big O input as well. Then there's string input for things that if you want them to type out a word. There's also a matching type question. And then 2 matrix questions, and then a rich text editor for if you want them to kind of type out an essay that will be manually graded. Then there's also a file editor. You can put in a file that's already preloaded with some things. They can edit that file, or a file upload, or a 3D scene display. However, the 3D scene display uses a lot of Python code. So that is something to take into account. Yeah, so here's all the different types of questions. So say we wanted to make a multiple choice question. I'd just click on that multiple choice. It would kind of give me an overview, a little example of how you would use it, and then all of the different attributes and all of the different types that you can go through. And then it'll also give you down here some example implementations that you can look at. So let's get right into it. We can go into PrairieLearn. When you come into your course instance, you can click on questions, you click add question. And then when you click add question, you got to make the new ID. So we can just make this test question 2. The name, you can go into the name, change this to test question 2. So you want to change the tags to be whatever you need it to be. You hit save and sync. Then you can look at your files, or you can look at the preview. This is still the predetermined question that PrairieLearn puts for you. So then we'll go into files. You can go to the HTML here. So here you go. So this is the normal question. So you can put here, we'll just make it a really easy one. What is the capital of Iowa? And then right here, you do PL multiple choice, I believe. Let me check the documentation. PL multiple choice. Then you can add your own questions. Then you have PL answer. So right here, if you want This one is going to be correct answers from Des Moines. And then right here you do St. Paul. Right here you could do Phoenix. Save and sync. So now you can preview your question. I think it might get mad at me because I didn't mess with this. So if you are going to do that, you might have to clear out some of the Python file. Otherwise it'll get really angry with you for not using the things that you've set before. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so we will read this real quick. And you see that the required attribute answer's name is missing. We'll go back to the documentation real quick. Yep, so it says you have to put the answer's name. I think this is just a placeholder. Variable name to store data in. Yep, okay, so we'll go back into our code, and I did this really quick, where you just put answer's name equals whatever variable name you want it to be. And then you can click save and sync. Then go preview, and then you can see what is the capital of Iowa. Click Des Moines, click save and grade. It gives you 100%. You click new variant, and it reorders them. So that's how to make a multiple choice question, which wasn't really that hard, but the main purpose of this video is really to just show you all of this documentation. There's so many resources in this, and just so many questions that can be answered using this documentation. It goes from installing to running PrairieLearn locally, configuring all of your courses, course instances, question configuration, into creating questions, all the way into like using all of these auto graders and things like that. So I guess that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy these. So see you next time.